few quick fire questions. What is it that Place2Be has really supported you with?
So Place2Be, we all recognise that, before we even address the academic side of school life, our children need to be socially and emotionally secure. And because of the situation, the increase of poor mental health, Place2Be is just fundamental to what we do.
That Place2Be is there for the children, which is fantastic, and I've seen the work that they do is incredible. But to be there for staff as well it's really nice. It is. You can't pour from an empty cup. So how can we fill the children's cups up, give them all of this love, give them this enthusiasm if we're not doing it ourselves? So we need to just take care of ourselves.
Just permeates absolutely everything at our school. So it's just lovely that even though it's a remote support, that Place2Be is still there supporting everybody at the moment.
Place2Be's got a very special place in my heart because I actually attended this school that I now work at as a child. And it was during that time I went through a bit of a traumatic event in my life, and I needed to rely a lot upon the support of Place2Be and our project manager here, just for my own mental health. So it's got a huge place in my heart.
How are all the kids doing? How are they getting on with the remote learning?
It makes you laugh because every morning I'll join, I think it's 9:15, my first session, it's always maths. And for the first 10 minutes, all they want to do is tell me what they've been doing that morning. So, Miss, guess what? I've had my vitamins. Miss, guess what? My dad's let me try a little bit of coffee. Guess what? I'm making chocolate brownies or whatever it may be.
They're doing an absolutely first-class job. I couldn't be prouder of them. They've all risen to the challenge so well, but it's always really difficult and it's hard to get a sense of how the children are in themselves remotely.
What do you hope to be one of the positives that comes out of this?
It sounds silly, but we've learned how to take turns a little bit more, because we can't all speak at the same time, because then nobody can ever be heard. So I think that's really going to help when we're back in the classroom, that we've got that skill now.
What things do you do to look after your own well-being?
Getting outside every day is a huge factor for me.
Me keeping everybody else positive and having a laugh and having a joke around really helps me to be positive. Seeing the children succeed in such a devastating time is just, it makes you feel a bit emotional. I feel a little bit emotional thinking about it because they're like shining stars, and I think I'm really lucky to have this job. And
so I actually play in a brass band. I'm a musician. As well as that, I've really taken up just going for a walk. I was never really the walking type, but I've got my walking boots out and my waterproof trousers and a nice big...
Good on you, well done.
Any weather now, I go out for my Sunday afternoon walk, which is really good.
But do you think this period will hopefully allow schools to reprioritise the importance of well-being in general?
Yes, I think so, because Place2Be has been in our community now for nearly 20 years, and it's absolutely imperative. It always has been. So when this pandemic happened, we knew we had that kind of really amazing provision, that safety net. But I think the pandemic has exposed mental health issues everywhere. It doesn't matter where you are, who you are, but hopefully, that awareness, that need to have secure mental health will be recognised, across the country.
I would really hope so. I think it's safe to say that academic success will follow if you're in a good emotional place, and trying to kind of force feed knowledge and information and skills on pupils who are perhaps just not in that emotionally fit state to accept it.
Well, you play such a vital role in looking after our children, and it's so important that you're looked after too and have the appropriate networks and support systems to really make sure you can do the best job you possibly can.
I feel really privileged to be a teacher and to be experiencing this with our little heroes every day. It's amazing.
So passionate about all the work that teachers up and down the country are doing. You're doing a most amazing job. You're a lifeline to so many families out there. So well done. I know it takes an awful lot of effort, energy, patience, but a huge thank you, not only for your time today, but also for the hard work you do on a day-to-day basis for the children that you look after. I love the decorations in the background as well.